HarperCollins presents The King's Evil by Andrew Taylor, read by Leighton Pugh. To that soft charm, that spell, that magic bough, that high enchantment I betake me now, and to that hand, the branch of heaven's fair tree, I kneel for help. Oh, lay that hand on me, adored Caesar, and my faith is such I shall be healed, if that my king but touch. The evil is not yours. My sorrow sings, mine is the evil, but the cure, the king's. Robert Herrick, To the King to Cure the Evil. Hesperides, 1648. Chapter 1. He could not help himself. In one fluid movement he stepped back, twisting to present his side to the enemy. His right leg was slightly bent at the knee, the foot pointing towards danger. In that instant he was perfectly poised, as his fencing master had taught him, ready to thrust in tierce, ready to spit the devil before him, like a fowl for the roasting. As he moved, he heard a sharp intake of breath, not his own. His right foot was on solid ground, but the left, at right angles to the body, monsieur, for stability and strength, was floating in the air. Gods! In that same instant, he stared at the figure in front of him. Dusk was pouring through the grimy windows of the basement like a noxious vapour. He wanted to beg for help. No words came. He flung out his arms in front of him in a violent attempt to restore his balance. His fingers stretched, groping for a hand to pull him back. Steel clattered on stone. He fell with no more choice in the matter than a poleaxed ox. His head slammed against the coping. Pain dazzled him. He cried out. His arms and legs flailed as he fell. The damp, unyielding masonry grazed his fingers. Nothing to hold, nothing to... His shoulder jarred against stone. The water hit him. The wintry chill cancelled all pain and drove the breath from his body. He opened his mouth to cry out, to breathe. The cold flooded his lungs. He choked. Fiery agonies stabbed his chest. He sank. He had always feared water, had never learned to swim. His hands scraped against unyielding stone. His boots filled, dragging his legs down. His head broke free. He gulped a mouthful of air. Far above him he glimpsed the shadowy outline of a head and shoulders. "Help me!" he cried. "For the—" But the words drowned as his body sank again, and the water sealed him into its embrace. The purest in London. That's what her ladyship claimed. His fingernails scrabbled against the stone, trying to prise out the mortar to find handholds. His limbs were leaden. The pain in his chest grew worse and worse. It was impossible that such agony could exist. Despair paralyzed him. He was an eternity of suffering. Here, at last, was hell. The pain retreated. He was no longer cold, but pleasantly warm. Slowly, it seemed, every sensation vanished, leaving behind only a blessed sense of peace. So this, he thought, this is... Chapter 2. One day earlier. On Friday I was watching the King healing the sick in the banqueting house at Whitehall. "Don't look round," Lady Quincey said softly. At the sound of her voice, something twisted in my chest. I had met her last year in the aftermath of the Great Fire, during an episode of my life I preferred not to dwell on, which had left her a widow. She was a few years older than me, and there was something about her that drew my eyes towards her. Before I could stop myself, I turned my head. She was staring at her gloved hands. Her hat had a wide brim, and a veil concealed her face. She was standing beside me. She had brought someone with her, but I could not get a clear view. Someone small, though. A child? A dwarf? "Pretend it's the ceremony that interests you," she murmured. "Not me, or I shall have to..."
Sample complete. Ready to continue?